All right, good morning and welcome to Daf Yomi Maseches Yevamos, Daf Chav Gimel, number 23. I reserve the first 5 minutes for Divrei Chol. That's what I try to do, talk about things that are not related necessarily to the Daf or anything. And we have a special privilege of hearing today something I'm personally very interested in knowing about. I sit among a Kollel here in the shul and headed by the Rosh Kollel, Rabbi Shmuel Wittow. You've seen him a couple of times in Yom Ben Zion, sharing words of wisdom about the Gemara. Now he's going to explain how he runs a kollel over here, which pays. How much do you pay for that?
3,000 shekels a month.
3,000 shekels a month. That is, when I was
including government funds, which is really 2,400 shekels a month, and the dollar has been terrible recently, so it comes up to $750 a month.
$750 a month. When I was in kollel for 1 month, I was in 2 kollel and 1 kollel in Beitar. I got paid $500, which would be like 1,600 shekel. That's almost double. He's paying almost double. The mir paid 1,000 shekel a month. He's paying triple the mir. I don't know if they still pay that much. Explain, Rabbi Wittow. How do you do it?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you how I do it. And first I'm going to start with the Rambam, because I want you to know that everything I do, I try and find the sources for it.
Okay.
So this is a very interesting Rambam. The Rambam says in Hilchos Talmud Torah, Perek Gimel Halacha Yud, Kol HaMesim Alibo, Shiasik B'Torah, Lo Yasem Malacha, Yisparnis Min Tzedakah, Harizeh Chil Es Hashem, Ubizes HaTorah. The Kava Me'or Hadas, Vigorem Ra La'atzma V'notel Chayev Min Ha'olam Haba. Anybody that uses Torah in order to make a parnasa, the Rambam says terrible things. I'm not even going to translate what it says. It's very, very bad things.
I can't believe I'm even hearing this from
Rosh the Rambam. Wow. What does the Rambam say? A person has to be mefarnes himself from his Maisi Yadayim, only Ne'anam, not Maisi Yadayim, and not take from the tzibur. Just like Chazal teaches that rather than take tzedakah, a person should live a very, very meager existence. He should eat sardines and let's say the oil from the sardines, rather than take a penny from tzedakah. So I'm now going to tell you, right?
You get a cup of yosef.
That's right. Very, very good. So now the Rambam. There's a famous Rambam, and this is the schus of Chaim Kanievsky. I'm saying this right now. The famous Rambam at the end of Hilchos Shmita. V'lo shevet Levi bilvad, elakol ish v'ish mikol bo'ei olam asher nidve rucho oso. He wants to learn Torah. He wants to be like the Shevet Levi. Lo Shevet Levi bilvad. If he can sit and learn and elevate himself to be like the Shevet Levi and devote his entire life and mahut to learning. So Reb Chaim Kanievsky says, right here, in Derech Emunah, right, he says you should know that what is the pshat? He's not of Shevet Levi. Only Shevet Levi, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, gave them Truma v'Maiser. But since he's not from Shevet Levi, he should make a small Maisa Yadayim, and he should only be Nana from his Maisa Yadav. He brings from the Radbaz this Rambam, Rav Chaim Kanievsky, in the Sefer Derech Emunah. Yeah. So he says that how should a person support himself? He should do a little hishtadlus, and from that little hishtadlus, he should daven to Hashem. Hashem will give him siyata d'shmaya. So I want you to know that my entire 30 years of being a Rosh Kollel with Tzvi Weber, one of the Gedolei Olam, and afterwards in my own Kollel, I always raised money l'shem shamayim. I never took a percentage for myself. We never married our children with the tzedakah money I got. Wow. We had people, one time somebody gave us a 7-sum digit of money, and that amount of money, it was only half of it, dollars. And actually only half of it was given to the Kollel, so it was only 6 figures. So with that money, I gave to the Avrechim for several years, and and during Corona, we found ourselves in a very difficult situation because I was unable to go to America to raise money, and I had this sum of money that was given to a 501c organization, and I had actually paid somebody to make a portfolio and invest the money, and I was very upset with this person because he's a real pushy New Yorker. And he's
right Jewish. Away, he's Jewish.
He's Jewish. He's Jewish. And he set up this portfolio, and he gave me 7 times a year where I could take money out to pay my avrechim. And right before I happened to know somebody, I don't want to say his name, I don't know if he would appreciate it. He has a hedge fund. He's one of the big people in finance. And he told me like 6 months before Corona that he expects that the market is going to crash. So I told this person that's taking care of our
6
portfolio.
months after Corona?
No, before Corona.
Corona.
So this is
I didn't know about Corona 6 months.
he didn't know about Corona, but this guy's a big gun. So I told the guy that set up my portfolio to take all the money out of the stocks. It was 70% in bonds, 30% in stocks. You should take it all out of stocks. So the guy tells me, "What do you know about investing?" He went to Harvard, and he's very conservative. So I said, "Listen, this guy is. I trust Mr. Ploney. Take all the money out of the stocks." He says, "Listen, I'm not going to do it because nobody can second guess the market." So I said, "Listen, it's my money. It belongs to my 501c. I'm the president, the founder of American Friends of Kollel Yosef. Take it out of the market." So he says, "Okay." So then he does it. And he says, "Okay, so now that was the 7th time. Anytime you do anything with your money, you have to pay me extra money." So Corona happens. No, so in the meantime, the market keeps going up. So I asked another friend, so he says, "Listen, put it back in the market every quarter. Like take a year, put it back bit by bit back in the market." So I said, "Okay, take a quarter of it, put it back in the market." So that was the last time I had to use the guy. Now he says, "Now you have to pay him every time he does something." So then Corona hits, and the market, and when the stock market goes down,
yeah.
it's like a bathtub. You pull out the stopper. Even the bonds went down. The portfolio went from $700,000 to $350,000. So I took over the portfolio. I fired the guy, and I've been running the portfolio for the last year and a half. We've been averaging 29%, including the last 2 months. 29% a year, including the last 2 months where the market tanked mamish. So except for 1 or 2 things, Upstart I didn't sell, but I'm still mamish, and it only comes from a little bit of, read a little bit, I make a few investments. I don't spend my whole day thinking about it at all, but we've had siyata d'shmaya. So I'm telling you that the words of the Rambam and the words of Rav Chaim Kanievsky Derech Emunah, you should do a little hishtadlus and daven to Hashem. It says in Sharach Abitachon Chovos Levavos that if a person does, he works 24 hours a day, does tremendous hishtadlut, he will not receive a 1 hairbreadths more than what was Nigzar on Rosh Hashanah. So you have to do a little bit of, now there are opinions not like Rav Chaim Kanievsky over here, not like the Rambam, that say that you don't have to do any hishtadlus. I'm not saying that the Briskerov, that's a different shita, but it happens to be that I always took the mahalach, you have to do a little hishtadlus. When I had no choice, I went to America, and after this person that gave us the money, it finished and I didn't get an inheritance yet, I went 4 times in 1 year to America because the Kohl's budget was $200,000 a year, and I didn't want to tell Avreichim that they couldn't, they had to go find another Kohl. So I went 4 times in 1 year to America to raise money, but otherwise for 26 years, the Kohl existed for 30 years, 4 years.
You've run a Kohl for 30 years?
Yeah. So 4 years, this cousin of mine that passed away supported the Kohl. I didn't write a letter to Shimon Glick, didn't write a letter to Penny Green in those days. And if I would have written a letter, they would have sent me the money like a Caspomat. But if I didn't need their money, I didn't write them any letters.
So you have such a close connection to them?
No. Once they give you money, you just write them a letter. They send you the money, the same thing. But I didn't do it because I didn't need their money. And then when I did need the money again, I did say, I want you to know that when I didn't need the money, I didn't write you. They gave me the same thing they gave me before. They didn't give me more money. I think they gave me 4. No, it didn't work like that. But you should know that everything is min hashamayim. If a person does things l'shem shamayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give him siyata d'shmaya.
I tell you, this is really incredible,
and
I
also
really like
my
hearing...
portfolio. You want to know what I invest in?
Wait.
Okay.
No, you're gonna come back. We're gonna talk. Okay. I have a lot of questions to ask you about your portfolio. That's the real stuff I think I want to hear about, and you want to. I also dabble in the stock market, so we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna come back because it's already 9 minutes. But
okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's really important to have someone here who really backs up my ideology in life. Who also believes they have to make ishtadlus. It's nice to hear that, and we're going to get into the more details of his stock portfolio management. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Over here, okay?
This is probably what a lot of people on YouTube want to hear. Thank you very much, and we have more to come. This is the beginning of a series with Rabbi Wittow. Investing for
American Friends of Kollel Yosef.
Yeah, all right. He's going to come and. if you want to donate money to his kollel, you can be in contact with me. I take a percentage of it, but all right. It's a little long today, but it's really